fall down, clean up the place all around. Welcome to live well. Welcome to live well. Oh, your food natural.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a tour guys, just to show you how far we've got so far, you know, and how our things are doing, you know, how they're growing. So we're going to be starting off with the pumpkins today guys, the pumpkins. If you come in closely, you can see, you know, the progress of them. You know, they're not massively big guys, but the good news is they're starting to run, you know. So if you look at this one, it's running towards the fence. So at some point I'm going to be, you know, turning it around and make sure everything is going in one particular directions. I ain't seeing no particular flowers yet, but I can see, you know, there's flower heads all over the place. And normally the first flowers to come up, it tends to be the male flowers for some reason. And then after, you start to see the female ones with the small little pumpkins. So, you know, hopefully we're on we're on the right track. A few yellowing leaves, but I'm not really bothered about that too much. I just think as it's a new bed and it still hasn't, you know, quite settled in yet, that it's, you know, it's looking like that. But in the end, guys, we're going to get pumpkin come October, and that's the whole plan. Let's move over to the cabbages, guys. Now, I've had the pigeons came and landed over the initial cover that I had on there and broke some of the leaves. Then after that, we got some rain, and that also brought some slugs and snails, guys. So as you can see, we got some damage from that. But hopefully, you know, we're still going to be getting ahead. As long as the middle part of it isn't damaged, I believe we've still got hope for a cabbage, guys. And these are the red drumhead ones we're looking at here right now. And if you come over this side, these are the green ones, doing slightly better. But as you can see, the slugs and the snails, guys, is just all part of nature's work. And last year, I had a similar problem, and, you know, my cabbages did bounce back. So I'm not panicking too much yet, you know. And if we come across to the other side, we'll just go row by row today, guys. Here is where I had done some shallots, and they're just now starting to come up, some of them, as you can see. And next to them would be our peppers, guys. Yes, there's our peppers. They seem to be climatizing, you know, all right. I just gave them a bit of water, so some stuff has splashed up, some dirt has splashed up onto the leaves, meant to say. And here's our cucumbers. Now, I mean, two dilemmas for the cucumbers, guys. Do I leave these guys here and just allow them to just stroll on the floor? Or should I put some sort of trellis and, you know, allow them to come up into a wall of some sort? I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. You'll get cucumber. On the wall, it looks nice and decorative, should I say. But, you know, it's you know, either way, it's still good. If whether you like to put it up or whether you want to keep it on the floor, you'll get cucumbers, and that's what we're all about, guys. And we're just trying to grow them, you know, as organically as possible. So in nature, some would be hanging and some, I suppose, would be sprawling along the floor. Here is our beetroot, doing really well. As you can see, we're starting to get little heads are forming now. If you come closer, you can see it's starting to form a head there. It's not a problem. And as you know, guys, we can eat the bulbs as well as the leaves. And I've tried to grow them in like a, you know, in a clump. Some of them are 2s and some of them will be 3s. But the idea was just to try to grow as many as I can, you know, in the small space that I've got here right now with them. Over the other side, guys, is the first stuff we did grow, as you know, was the onions. And at the moment, so far, so good. Onions are holding up. They're looking okay. They seem to be growing strongly. And if it carries on like this, guys, I'm pretty sure we're going to get some nice onions in the end. The first ones we're looking at here right now would be the turbo onions, guys. And I like to grow the turbo because they grow nice, they grow fast, and you always get a nice big onion if they get to the end. And further down, we got the red barons. And these guys, some of them, you know, have started to go into flower in some cases. I've had to break off the neck in these cases here. You can see there's one here where I've just had to just snap off the neck. But for some reason, the red onion seems to want to go into flower first. For some reason, guys, I'm not quite sure. Now, I'm going to give you a close-up of my sweet potatoes, guys. As you can see, these guys, they are alive, guys. They're green. They are growing. So I presume there must be some sort of roots action happening beneath before they decide to spread out. I'm not sure. But they seem to be doing okay, guys. And they are alive. They are growing. As long as we don't get no frost, we should, you know, get some sort of potatoes at the end. And whether they're big or small, we should get potatoes, guys. And that's the plan. That's why we're growing them, right? Yeah. Over this here, guys, is our tomatoes. Wow. Now these guys, if you remember, I did grow these very small, you know, put them in kind of like very, very small. But look at them now. They're doing really well. Even starting to see our first set of flowers, you know. And if you look closely at the stem, you can see they're growing strong and healthy. This is the good thing about growing your plants small, I believe. It gives them that advantage, guys. You can see these guys are well established now and they're good to go. If I had put them in at this size, they would have had to wait another couple of weeks, build up the root system, you know, get acclimatized, and then we, you know, it's you know, do it early, guys. That's my opinion. Do them early. And over this next to them is literally our potatoes, our shallot potatoes, guys. You know, I love these potatoes, guys. They are a determined, you know, potato. So I don't need to really mount the stems upwards unless maybe I may see a few potatoes sticking up above the soil towards the ending, and then maybe just to protect them from the sun, I may just cover those potatoes. But to mount it up to get more potatoes, I don't believe that would work because they all grow in one particular part of the root. And also they are second early potato, guys. Yeah, baby. Over here we've got our purple lilies, guys. If you notice, these was the guys we grew in a clump. If you look closely at their stems, they have got a purple hue to them. It's the first time I'm actually growing these particular spring onions, guys. So I'm looking forward to trying them out, you know. And next to them is our carrots. Yeah. Carrots are doing really well, guys. They're now starting to take off, and that's the main thing. Maybe at some point I may come in and thin them out. Example, like, so these two are kind of growing perfectly if you look at their distance, you know. So if you look at how I can just put my two fingers roughly in between, that's what I'll be looking for, hopefully, as I'm thinning them out, guys. So we can get some nice sized carrots at least. And next to them will be the white Lisbons, but these have only been in the ground for about a week now, so they're still, you know, getting established, building up their root systems. Oh, and I almost missed him, guys. So here I've just direct sowed a courgette plant, guys. I don't mind, you know, direct sowing the courgettes. If the worms, or should I say the slugs, don't get to this guy here, you'll see this guy will get big. He will explode and grow fast, because courgette plant is one of those plants who really don't take long for them to mature and start giving you fruits, you know. They do that fairly fast. Guys, the melons, as you can see, you know, they're growing. They're, you know, to me, not as fast as I would like them to grow. I believe they should be growing a bit faster. But we're starting to get our first set of flowers, just like the pumpkins. So, you know, we'll just have to let it, you know, see how things go. Looking real well at the moment. So if we jump over to our corn, now our corn was one of the things as well that got hit by the frost. So these were, if you look at this was the first set of corn I grew, so you could see the size. But all of them had died. This was like one of the only ones that survived from them getting hit with the frost. So I had to regrow. I had to regrow them, guys. I had to put it back in and regrow them again. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, they're doing really well. They're growing really healthy. And I believe, you know, they will catch up. We won't have long before we start seeing our first set of tassels, guys, and, you know, start to see our corn, you know, looking nice on our trees, guys. Now I'm hoping, you know, you've enjoyed our little tour so far, guys. See the progress of how things are growing. You know, if you're new here, please, you know, give us a follow, give us a thumbs up, drop a comment. And if you are our usual watchers, guys, subscribers, guys, thank you as always. You keep the channel going, guys. Appreciate you here. So on that note, I'd like to say, let's live well, and together we grow, guys. Bless.